Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. I hope you're doing great. Today we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of June in the areas of money, career and finance. As usual, this is general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. So let's get started. In the center of your reading you do have the Knight of Wands. This is an energy of excitement, adventure, and usually when this card comes out, it can indicate some kind of a change in terms of jobs, or it might be that you are launching your own business. This is definitely a high energy, very enthusiastic card when you are really up for the challenge and you are ready to keep going, and it's a great card if you are going into a business on your own, but it can also be very interesting because if you are staying in your current job and you are not happy with the way things are, it can be an indication that you are frustrated, you are impatient with the lack of movement in your career. So, but it can also mean for some of you that you're gonna have some work-related travel in the month of June, or you might need to get a job that is gonna help you to travel more. This is a very energetic card. But let's see what are the other cards that are showing up to see what's surrounding. So in the past you do have the Magician. The Magician is this energy where you have all the power, you have really great willpower, you have everything what it takes to create whatever you desire. This is a card of manifestation. You are resourceful, you are logical. This is a card of new opportunities that present themselves, and sometimes they require you to make some brave moves and original ideas in order to get going. But let's see the next card. The next card is the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords is an interesting card because it is a card of trickery, deceit, lies, and cheating. It's definitely not a good behavior. It can indicate spying, manipulating. It can be that somebody was trying to badmouth you, somebody was creating rumors about you, or it is also possible that somebody is just trying to steal your thunder, steal your project. Now you do have with the Magician. It can be that you might have been dealing with a master manipulator as well, somebody who's been really trying to block your progress. But again, like, this card can also indicate that you might be a little bit more adaptable. You need to be flexible and daring to be ahead of the game when you're dealing with somebody who's a master manipulator. So again, take it as it resonates. And now the next card is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is this energy that is all about structure, intelligence, and rational, and authority, and it is definitely somebody that holds you to high standards. And he might be stern, but it's very important that you're not oversensitive and you are listen to the guidance, and keep a cool head when you are listening to him. But it can be also mean that you might be a little bit more structured and have more routine to be successful in your path. Now, for some of you, this can also indicate law enforcement, or it can indicate a judge as well if you are dealing with some kind of legal matter. But let's continue. The next card here is the Justice, and talking about legal matter, Justice can indicate some kind of court matter. It's definitely the card of karmic justice, legal disputes, and law, and it is a card where you're definitely gonna get what you deserve, dependent on what kind of energy you put into. So maybe with this master manipulator from your business work, you might have to you might be dealing with a court case, and this card generally indicates that you're gonna get what you deserve. What you put in, you're gonna get back. So if you put in good things, if you behaved well, you're gonna be rewarded for it. For some of you, this might be just an indication that you have to be balancing your work life and private life a little bit better. Some of you might be just balancing your checks as well. But it's definitely a favorable case if you have some kind of a legal case going on. Now let's see the next one. We already talked about the Knight of Wands. The next card is the King of Pentacles, which is a great card to have in a money and career type of reading. Because this is really the card of success, wealth, and and usually it can indicate a businessman who's not a risk taker, who who kind of built his own empire. In terms of work matters, it is definitely indicates that you are achieving a high level of status, and it can mean somebody who might be giving you some good advice. So you kind of have this card here of starting your own business. So for some of you, this new opportunity might be going on your own. Maybe you're gonna team up with the King of Pentacles or somebody who is a really great businessman. But it is definitely a card that shows that you are building an empire. You have great success ahead of you. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's a good indication for me that the reading resonated with you, and it helps me also to grow the channel, and for you that's only a push of a button. But let's continue. Now the next card is the Judgment, which is very interesting because it's very similar to the Justice card, and it's very close. It's right beside the Justice. So the Justice, the Judgment, sorry, can be self-evaluation, awakening. It's again very similar to the Justice in a sense that you're gonna get what you deserve. So I think for some of you there's some kind of a karmic reward that you're gonna get. It seems that you learned your lesson and you are really renewing, you are rebirthing, you are awakening. Again, if you're going through a legal matter, which is very potential here, it's a card that's gonna that shows that you're gonna get what you put in, what you deserve. For some of you, this can be a card that indicates that you are being evaluated. Maybe you're going through an evaluation, or you are evaluating your own path and thinking what you want to do. Maybe you are thinking about whatever your true calling is. And for those of you who are going through an evaluation, it might be that you are not even knowing it because they are thinking to promote you. But I think for a lot of you, what I kind of sense is really is about your true calling and doing what you enjoy to do, what you are excited. And the next card is the Lovers. The Lovers is a card of unity, partnership, and balance. Again, you do have kind of two cards talking about balance. So I think for some of you, this balance is an important message. But in terms of business matters, this can be a business partnership between two people. Maybe you and this King of Pentacles will team up together. Uh, but it's definitely a card that can show you some decisions. You have to make some decisions regarding your career path. And sometimes it can be, you might be seeing that, okay, these options are not the best ones, but you need to uh, really look at those numbers, do your research, and make sure that you're making the decision based on that. Now the next card is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a great sign from a money, career, finance perspective, because they bring pages bring messages, and if you've been applying for some kind of a job, or you're waiting for a promotion, or you've been applying for a job, this is a card that indicates that you're gonna get it. It's you're gonna get some happy news. Now. And again, like it can be clearly for some of you that you've been evaluated and you're gonna get this new opportunity, this new job. For some of you that are kind of thinking about going on your own, this can be a card that indicates that you might be dreaming quite a lot as opposed to doing things. So make sure that you are making positive practice and positive steps towards your goal, and not just dreaming about it. Again, this card is another card that tells you not to make hasty decisions, and do your research. So you kind of have two cards, and then the King of Pentacles again has this energy of not taking huge risks. So I think this spread is really telling you not to take too many risks, and do the research before you are making any decisions. So Cancer, that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading resonated, and I will see you again.